It's it! What is it? It's it! What is it? Wow, you want it all, but you can't have it. It's in your face, but you can't grab it. It's it. Hi, what is it? It is time for the Comics Coffee Table, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Daily. That's right, and it's new release Wednesday. You are correct. The rumors are true. Hopefully, it's me and you, and we are at the local comic book shop. At this very minute, I have returned to work. And hopefully, I've got my hands full of my iPhone, and I'm talking to you right now in this very live chat. And if you're tuning in later, don't worry about it. The show is designed for you to tune in every day. We just drop new episodes at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. And when we do, there's a live chat premiere. And if you're able to, check it out. Be part of the comic book shop style conversation going on there, or at any time of the day in the comment section. Thank you so much. Wow, the boys were right. There are so many comics this week. We're not going to even talk about most of them. We're just going to hold the phone, Pika. You needed to enumerate these before the presentation, and now, oh my goodness, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 plus 4. 18 times 8 is 144. Oh, that's gross. But hey, 148 different periodical publications solicited this week from a distributor to send to you comic book shops if they order them, and then to present to you, the guest, the customer, the reader, the true believer. That's right. As Perch says, it's B2B to C. It's business to customer. I mentioned it the other day. It's called as a critical control point. And hopefully we'll remember that and come back to it. It's something I use at work every day, and it's as a chef, and it came from the minds and the practical use of NASA, National Aeronautic and Space Administration of the United States of America. Astronaut shit. Rocket scientists. And every Wednesday we do a new show. And every Wednesday it's about new releases. New funny books are traditionally released on Wednesdays at your local comic book shop. Some publishers now say it's okay it's Tuesday. Hey, you could put our comics out. That's because that's when they're putting their digitals out as well. And it's like, but the comic book shops get them like a week or maybe even 2 ahead of time, and they're in the back, and they have a release date. And friends that I have who own comic book shops have told me, oh yeah, there are some shops out there that will kind of sell you something under the table, you know what I mean, before release day. I guess, geez, hey, the black market. Is it still appropriate to be saying such a term these days? Everyone's so sensitive about everything. We work hard for this channel, Pika. I don't want you getting us canceled for anything you write down. Pika, my executive producer, he writes down all these copious amounts of show notes that I'm happy to read back to you. You know what I mean? I'm just the talent. The studio audience, the Canadian Bear. And over there in his control booth is the Drinka, and he runs the show. The boom mic, the camera man, the camera person. Sorry, away with your electroshock. Yeah. So every Wednesday I go to my local comic book shop, And with the exception of two, one was out of sheer fatigue, and the other was I was post-surgery after my hernia. And so, yeah, I've recovered from my hernia, and that was an adventure. And let's see. What's on the menu today? Alrighty. So, yeah, like I said, this is our first Wednesday back together at the comic book shop at premiere time. So this is us right now, and I'm telling you what I'm actually picking up. And what am I actually picking up? I can tell you right now. Today is, even though there are 148 different print publications available for me to purchase, I'm only going to be buying maybe 3. There's, I don't know. Let's see. What? And, maybe, it's, I'm a big Flash fan. It really is. Oh, boy. Yeah. So I'm looking at least 3, but like, hopefully my, my pirate chest is brimming with the loot of funny book booty. Arg. Booty. Arg. Oh, The Last Ronin reissue 2. Okay, we'll get to that. We are, because there's a big list of bloody comics and stuff, and boof. Wow, let's get to it. Yeah, and I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're doing wonderful. And while I'm at the comic book shop today, I gotta remember to get 2 long boxes, because we need them, and I think that's gonna do it. And that might be 2 long boxes too many, but no, we'll get like more. Yeah, because it's like, what am I gonna put the ugly in? We got the good, the bad, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the good and the ugly stay, but the bad gotta go. Should I keep 1 long box to fill up with the sort, with the great sort, and that will literally free up other short boxes, and then I can consolidate, and I can even break them down too. I can unfold them gently as I assembled them. I could unfold them, maybe wrap them up in some kind of like saran wrap, and then like put them in a garbage bag, and stow them somewhere until I need them. Be practical with your supplies. Value them as a resource. It's a good place to be conservative. It's a good exercise, a good model for it. I mean, I don't think I don't like giving liberals a hard time, because I don't like giving conservatives a hard time either. But they both deserve a hard time sometimes. And that's as political we'll get in this show. I need a left and a right wing in order to keep afloat and aflight. Ha! Caw! Caw! You know that one, right? The Wolf of Wall Street. An amazing Matthew McConaughey cameo, that bit he had. Jeez. It's interesting because it's just like the bad joke was that, Wall Street people were jumping out of windows that day, like on Black Friday. Was it Black Monday? And I think it would have been, cinematically darkly ironic if, while Leo is walking into work, there's Matthew McConaughey. You know what I mean? The juxtaposition of this, the highest of high, and then the lowest of low. But would that have been kind of like weird cinematic overkill? That's why Sully doesn't make movies. And that's why Sully should make movies. See? Take your frown and turn it upside down. And clobber your problems, and don't let your problems clobber you. Usually we are reboarding, reboxing, rebagging my entire comic book collection. Hence why I need supplies, and I talk about short box and long box space. I only have 2 long boxes left. We're about to finish off my DC Crisis long box, a beloved curation of DC comic book superhero stories that tie into what I consider to be the grand overpiece of this Crisis story, and also in preparation for the the whole caboodle. I fell down a wiki rabbit hole. I read all about metal, dark metal, and dark metal, Dark Knight's metal, Dark Knight's death metal, the Anticrisis, and then the Infinite Frontier. That I came back in at right at the very end, because Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, what I think was meant to sew up the end of Infinite Frontier, and now we're in something called Dawn of DC, which is, I think, it's just an emphasis on the Prime Universe, I guess. And then, the multiverse is fun. It really is. I mean, it's been overdone. You can't, we just got out of a new multiverse era. Let's put it that way. I think the multiverse era will last because it has fans and it has a use, and it's pretty fun. People remember how fun Elseworlds was when there wasn't a multiverse. And hopefully, the idea of cool stories once again can sell floppies. Let's see what's new this week. And to answer questions, I get a lot of questions sometimes from viewers, especially new viewers. Why don't I show art and at least the cover art of all these new releases? I'm not using Stream Deck or StreamYards to shoot my show. I just use the camera software on my desktop, and it's the only editing we really do is the pause button. And once in a blue moon, if I have to tack something on at the end, I'll shoot a couple more minutes and then edit that together in this editing software, and it's pretty clumsy and slow. But it's efficient, and so yeah, we do a different kind of show here. It's more podcast oriented. Hopefully, you're able to, while you're on your break, maybe. I don't know. I'm a blue-collar tradesman. Sometimes I need to take my break on my feet. I still cut my burgers into quarters because you never know when you're getting that next bite. I've gone 12-hour shifts without a break. We all have. So sometimes our break needs to be at least just a little mental. I could be doing some prep work right now at work. You know what I mean? Cutting potatoes, shredding some lettuce. You know what I mean? Just like something a little mindless that I have, like literally Fridays, 200 pounds of potatoes to cut and roast, to wash, cut, and roast. And so it's like you could use a podcast sometimes. And but that is I'm a little concerned about retroactive copyright strike stuff. I see so many channels out there in distress because of things they chose to put into their show showcasing their topic matter. Like clips, images, things, especially with sound and dialogue. And I would hate for any of my shows to get, struck like 3 years after the fact because there's a new CEO at DC Comics that really wants to change things, and, or something, you know what I mean, hopefully. But I'm looking at these new releases and I'm recognizing lots of them because I am reading lots of them. My weekly pirate treasure chest is full of these comics. And I'm enjoying some of them. Some of them surprise me. And now I can actually, it's great and I really appreciate it. And I can give you an honest answer when it comes to, hey, how is Batman and Robin #3 by Joshua Williamson and Simone DiMatteo? And we're going to get to that in just a second. Because, the list today, 148 different publications that we could be buying today with our very own incomes, transferring that income to the purveyor, who transfers that income to their distributor, who transfer that income to their publishers and printers. And it's turtles all the way down. Today, coming bi-weekly, is Tech Detective Comics 1077. Detective Comics 1077 by Ram the Fifth. Ram V. You know what? It's time we read more about Ram V. Let's talk about Ram V for a second. Ram V is an illustrator. It's who is Ram? His Ram Venkatesan. His name's Ram Venkatesan. Sorry, Ram, if I'm butchering your name. But that's Ram V, and oh wow, look, it brought me to the exact page I was coming from too. What a roundabout way! I was at I use leagueofcomicgeeks.com, and of course I should have just clicked the creator thing. That was down low on the page itself. Way to go, Sully. Well, here's a good one. Okay, I got this from robertcaskey.com, and this is for Ram Venkatesan. And it's Ram's an author and comic book writer from Mumbai, India. He makes up stories. Sometimes they have pictures. His short stories and comics have appeared in several anthologies and e-zines. I mean, I wonder when this page was made. And Ram currently lives in London, and this is a very young picture of him. This is like an old website. That's the power of the internet, isn't it? But yeah, that answers, yeah, that's you. And you grew your hair out, and you have a goatee now. That's you. Oh, cool. Yeah, and so yeah, he's an Indian guy. Cool. I mean, and Ram is like, I know that, you know, that's a powerful word. It's Rama, and it's. You gotta, RTFM, please. Look up Rama. Also a mantra. But let's get back to I'm a spiritual dude. You know that, Reverend Sully. Hello. It's not just the Sultan of Soup, but an ordained minister and spiritual dude. That's correct. By Ram the Fifth. I mean, Ram V. We've got Detective Comics 1077 coming at you bi-weekly. It's part 2 of 5 called Batman Outlaw. And the Gotham Nocturne as well. This is some weird, they're following some. I think he's following some kind of the progression of classical music. Because I believe the first one there was like Gotham Overture, and then so I think it's going somewhere like. And this is Ram the Fifth. I mean Ram V. So. It's sure to be, this is a slow burn. I'm only catching on to Ram V right about now, in the past couple of months. I'm very grateful for that. And he's really good. He's methodical. It's a slow burn. I mean, but he's my cup of tea. He really is. You know, I guess that's the whole point about the spectrum of diversity of talent out there. That is literally what the publisher wants. They want to provide with you someone that's your cuppa as well. If that's Teenie Howard, maybe that works for someone. Or Stephanie Phillips, or even Vita Ayala, or Mags Visaggio, or any of these people. Like, you know, we hear their names over and over again. But are we reading their work? And can we properly judge them critically? You know, we say all the time on Twitter, oh, people can't take criticism. Well, you may not be a critic. A critic, last time I checked, was a trained profession. Someone that has film and art history and then can elucidate that in a neutral way and then with an opinion. You know, exactly, huh? We got Fantastic Four number 13, which has been pretty fun. It's it's Legacy number 706, but it's got an Alex Ross cover, and it's got Dr. Doom writing a Dr. Doom Tyrannosaurus Rex from his alternate, you know, personality from the dinosaur universe. Fucking multiverse. Just wanted to say that Tech 77 has 4 variant covers. And one really nice one that has a wanted poster of Solomon Grundy. That's pretty fun. I'm a sucker for a good variant cover. That's Liam Sharp as well. Damn, that's some pencils. Dude, I would buy you $5.99 for that. Because it's $4.99 usually for Tech. I would buy that. See, I have no problem with that. Spending an extra $1 for a variant cover. You know, if that was what was only, you know, if there was a cheaper newsprint copy on a spinner rack at a corner store, gas station, or a liquor store, I'd be fine with that too. If there was a $2.99, you know, copy of Tech, maybe even without the backup stories, you know what I mean? And then if you want to get that real copy, go to your local comic book shop. Why? It would cost $6. Yeah. But it literally is only one of, like, if you're only going to be selling, what, 60,000 units of this thing, if you, you know, like, don't the variants become about the scarcity of its absolute scarcity? Why don't you, like, you know, not print as much? Wouldn't that make the value that you're looking for happen? I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm a chef. Like, you know, I had 2 years of junior achievement in high school. It was fun, and I learned a lot. And my parachute was evidently just a different color than that, though. We got issue number 3 of Batman and Robin for $4.99. 32 pages. It's father and son prison break. It's the art in it's pretty cool. It's just you know, because it's very, you know, this could be collected into, you know how I'm saying, like, every other day now, about since I found out about the DC Compact version, this 6-issue arc or so would look great in a compact edition for a younger reader. You know, it might be a little inaccessible, maybe, or maybe that's what they need to jump right in, and then, like, oh, what's going on? I need to catch up. I need to see what's, you know, where's Alfred? Where's Wayne Manor? Like, you know, what's up with Robin's outfit? You know, he's in high school? Oh, gosh. It's the 90210 years. There are 6 variant covers for this. And this is a McFarlane Toys action figure that has a Tim Drake with his bow staff and those ninja toe boots. That looks great. That's pretty cool. You know, see, that's and that's for $5.99. This is a $4.99 magazine. You get a cardstock variant with a unique, scarce cover. But I mean, how many of these are you print? How many of the cover A, the commons, are being printed and circulated? You know what I mean? There's one thing about, you know, producing, like printing them. Like, do they wait to print them until they get the order from like 3 months ahead? And it's like, okay, we got X amount of orders plus 15% of that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have questions. I'd like answers. I want to speak to more comics people. I'm here for this conversation, you know? And, but yeah, 6 variant covers for this. And, not my favorite. I mean, it's a lot of purple and it's a lot of digital stuff. Here's something that's really not my favorite, but I'm in on it, and it's $4.99. It's got 4 variant covers. I would be down for any of these variant covers, especially the Doc Shaner one. And there's a Mike Diodato Jr. one that's pretty good too. There is it's Green Lantern number 5, written by Jeremy Adams and art by Germanico, and it's very digital-like. You know, it's Hal, it's Val, it's Carol, Hey, y'all. It's like Hal, Fal, and Carol. They should go like as a folk, trio on the road. Like in a mighty wind, When I'm lying next to you, I feel rain just fall through the night. When I'm you, this love for you I'm feeling has a power that is healing. Mighty wind. They won an Oscar for that song. It's true. Yeah, I would be down for any of these. Oh my goodness, a red lantern ring has come back. Oh goody. Kate. I dropped World's Finest. I dropped Shazam. Because I have one title that fulfills me with the cutesy on the level mild sauce stuff. No, I'm not calling Mark Waid mild sauce because, pretty much he's going somewhere with Unearth 22 with Kingdom Come. And it's really, it's good stuff too, but you only have so much space. You only have so much time, so much money. So but I'm a Green Lantern fan. Yeah. So there's Immortal Hulk. The Immortal Thor #4 by Al Ewing hasn't been bad. It's got an Alex Ross cover. It's a wonderful Alex Ross cover. It's got 3 variant covers. It's $4.99. It says 28 pages, but we know that's going to be 21 pages of art and stories. And for $4.99, there you are. Amazing Spider-Man is now $4.99. It's been okay. It's just Thor versus anti-Thor or something like that. It's sure. There's Daredevil #3, $4.99. It says 28 pages, but we know it's going to be 21 pages of art and story for $4.99. There you go. We're here. Daredevil Pounds Pavement. It's Solomon Ahmed. It's Fareed Karami. It's Aaron Cooter. We have a penciler and an artist. We have Aaron Cooter and Ken Smith. So we have an artist, we have a penciler, and an inker. So we probably got 2 different artists in the book. We hopefully have a flashback sequence that's really well done. And it's just Daredevil being Daredevil and his new status quo. Not much to it. Wonderful John Romita Jr. cover. And there are 4 variant covers. And which is one of these variant covers is a 1/100 cardstock variant, which is just the normal. It's the A cover without the trade dress and credits or maker's mark. It's just it's just J.R. Jr. and Scott Hanna, the signature, the artist, signing it. It's called Hell Breaks Loose. It's legacy number 665. I'm wondering if issue number 4 of this, if it's Daredevil 666, I don't know, if they don't do something special with a gold hollow foil, variant cover, something like bring back his biggest challenge ever, the blue armor costume. There'd be some anti-Daredevil dressed like he used to, but he can't see it anyway. Who gives a shit? That's gonna be the whole thing. His enemy's look what I sent you, your greatest challenge. He's like, dude, I'm blind. Whap. Ghost Rider by Ben Percy has been okay. It's this $4.99. Here we are. We're here, aren't we? Well, but that's 40 pages though, so that's probably gonna end up being 32 pages of story and art. Written by Ben Percy. It's legacy number 263. It has 3 variant covers, and it's just Talia Warroad and Johnny Blaze. It's some mismatched star-crossed lovers from hell on the road. Let's see if these 2 don't kill each other. What kills them first? Waka Waka. It's pretty standard, but I'm getting used to Ben Percy's writing. And it's Spawn number 347, written by Rory McConville, art by Carlo Barbieri, one variant cover, and that is $2.99, quoted at 24 pages here. So you're probably getting 20 pages of story and art, and at $2.99, and that's just impressive that Todd's still able to produce that. And it's not on newsprint either. I mean, I don't think it's on newsprint. I'll check that out. Hey, you. If you're still at the comic book store, pick up Spawn 347 and look at the paper quality. Okay. Okay, Sully. Thank you, Sully. Love. Sully. Let's say, it's from Pika, too. All right, thank you, Pika. Here we go. Oh, Pika's sad. I won't buy him those THC gummies anymore. You're off of them. No. Come on. We need to, need to have a tantrum in the store. Some real theater kid shit. You gotta stand tall. Put your foot down. $3.99 for 32 pages. It's World's Finest Teen Titans number 5. We have 4 variant covers, and it's fine. It's safe as milk. That's the worst thing you can say about a comic book, especially about an action-adventure superhero comic book that's supposed to give you thrills, tension, satisfaction, and stakes. There is nothing going on here. It's because it's all set in the past. I mean, they come really close with this is the best modern Robin costume I'm ever going to get as a lifelong Robin fan. This is it. This is as good as it's getting. And it's either that or it's just like nostalgic homage stuff to Gold and Silver Bronze Age. Before Tim Drake, it was short pants and pixie boots. And that's the way it was. But also that makes it cartoony. I don't know. I'm here for that conversation. Let's talk about Robin's outfit over the years, the evolution. And would it be inappropriate culturally? Fashions follow culture too, And so we heard the whole thing about hemlines. Are hemlines over the knee or under the knee? And therein lies the Zen cone. But yeah, I put it down. I bought the first issue, got a really nice variant cover. And I was just like, okay, I experienced that. There's nothing to be gained here, I guess, except for, 6 issues, which are going to be one trade paperback. It's going to look great. And it's going to look great when it's all collected. And it's just, no, that's not what I want. It doesn't capture me. You know what I mean? Things that I look forward to read next, I don't have that here. I'm looking forward to Rare Flavors number 3. I'm looking forward to Local Man number 8. I'm looking forward to Fish Flies number 5. Stuff like that. Those are all indies too. I'm looking forward to Batman 140. Actually, then. There's something for you. I'm looking forward to the next issue of Action and Superman, because it's like this unpaved, there's some frontier there. There really is. There's meaning let's go that away. Well, let's, let's see what we find. What's behind us? We already found that. I don't know. There's Superman Lost number 8 for $4.99, 32 pages, written by Christopher Priest. What I've read of this so far, it's been pretty darn good. Superman falls. It's Elseworldsy, but so close to ours it could be. But it's like a what if. Superman fell into a singularity, and by the time he got out of it, he's aged like a couple of months while on Earth. What hath relativity wrought? Hello. Uncanny Avengers by Jerry Duggan. $3.99. 28 pages it says, but still, this is probably going to be like only 6 or 12 issues or so. Who knows? But it's fun. It plays with the Fall of X stuff. So this is all like the same shit. This is Fall of X. Apparently I'm reading Fall of X because there are like 15 Marvel magazines in my treasure chest every week. And so I'm reading all of these. There are 3 variant covers, and I'm not displeased with this. I like this one. Jerry Duggins wrote Deadpool for a long time. So his use of Deadpool is really good. I'm enjoying this. I don't mind Jerry Duggan the way other people do. Dark X-Men _4. Here's what I as the few X-Men titles I'm reading, this one's been okay. $3.99, and it's dark magic stuff. But still, it's Fall of X. It's 2 variant covers, and there's lots of characters, a lot going on. But as a lifelong X-Men fan, it's nice to feel involved in a little bit. Gunslinger Spawn number 26 for $2.99. Written by Todd McFarlane. Artist is Dexter Soy. Really? Ooh. Wow. Maybe I should pick up this is the day I pick up a random issue of something I haven't never bought. I don't think I've ever bought Spawn. The closest I've ever got to Spawn was the early 90s movie and the HBO cartoon. And is this the end? Here it is. Yeah, the finale. It's Jean Grey number 4. It's written by Weezy Simonson, and it's like a trip through Jean Grey after her apparent demise at the Hellfire Gala in Fall of X. So it's kind of like, it's been interesting. Issue 1, I was so befuddled by that I passed on it because I was going to buy it in the same way I bought Ann Nesenti's Captain Marvel Dark Harvest, Dark Empire, Dark Horizon, Dark Event. I forget which one it was. That last one, but I'm here for Weezy Simonson. I liked issue 2 better. I liked issue 3 a lot better. So I'm looking forward to reading this one to see how it. Oh, okay, there we go. Because Jean Grey's like, I'm a lifelong X-Men fan. Jeez, even though it's like my X-Men experience kind of lacks Jean Grey. I came in, my earliest memories was the death of Phoenix, and then Heartbroken Scott leaving the team. And then after that, because that's why my wheelhouse. Who leads the X-Men? It's Storm. Storm's the captain of the X-Men. From my experience. Indeed. And Jean comes back in the late 80s with X Factor, number 1. Like in the Fantastic Four issue, like that immediately preceded that. You know what I mean? As well. But no variant covers. Why not? Like a Stanley Artgerm Lau variant cover of Genie in a bikini? Hubba hubba. Come on. There's a miss there. I think that's a... All right. Blade number 5. I've been reading it. It's been really entertaining. Brian Hill, Elena Casagrande. It's got 2 variant covers, and it's just been entertaining. It's an entertaining superhero book, and that's all you can ask for sometimes. Just base level competency out of something, out of an available kind of thing. Oh Christ, I'm gonna have to read this. Because all of the Star Wars books are always in here. It's Alyssa Wong. It's Dark Droids, Dr. Aphra, issue number 38, $4.99, 28 pages, which you're only going to get 21 pages of story and art. And it's got 2 variant covers, and it's not made for me. This is Star Wars. This is Star Wars if you use the Panderstone as your kyber crystal. Take that! Put that in your bong and smoke it, kid. There you go. Some tasty nugs at Costa Bonita. It's Pandaverse. It's Star Wars, the Pandaverse. And there's just like, it's, you know, you're not going to get a purple lightsaber like Mace Windu. You're going to get very Perry or the Pandaverse color. That purple that's in everything. That's all over this book too. I'll read it. I've been reading this. I think I've read all of the Dark Droids books. I still don't know what's going on. There are so many. They don't, and just like, I'm just looking at Star Warsy stuff. It's just the closest thing that comes on brand for voice, character, and kind of tone are Charles Soule and Mark Guggenheim, but also Greg Upak and Alyssa Fuck You Wong and sorry. I'm not anti-Asian people. Those 2 people think I'm anti-Asian. I'm like, F you because you blocked me on Twitter. Because I had the audacity to say I've known Danny Rand for 45 years. What's going on? No, you're not allowed. Hey, what's going on with Alan Scott? I got blocked by you. We're having comic book shop style conversations out here. Wow. Just how am I supposed to buy your comic book? Speaking of, we've got Dan Uslot with, but at least we have Mark Bagley with John Dell on inks. I mean, my favorite Mark Bagley who had Art T-Bear on inks, and that was an Ultimate Spider-Man. And so when Bagley left Marvel to do DC Trinity, he went over to DC for like 2 minutes, and he did something called Trinity. It was the new weekly. That, like, we had 52, you had Countdown to Final Crisis, and then the next year that weekly was Trinity, and the big thing was that they got Bagley from Marvel for a little bit, and that's when I think when I really first started noticing about Bagley's artwork. Yeah, I know I can hear you, Yul Carter, in the back row there. My buddy. And if you need a local comic book shop, seriously, you're only your own very mailbox away from having an LCS, a local comic book shop. I'm in the Boston area. I'm blessed to have, no lie, 8 in striking distance of public transportation. While some people don't even have 1. So if you have 0 local comic book shops, you actually have one. His deets are in his details are in the description. Check out, talk to Yul Carter at Fantastic Comics, and that's your business with him. But you could be your very own mailbox away from your own local comic book shop. That's right. It's the internet, and also, so we got Dan Q-Slot. It's Superior Spider-Man. Who cares? I don't. I actually liked this when it came out, though, and I still do. I love a nice Spider-Man variant costume. I love that. And how am I supposed to buy your stuff, Dan Slot? But wow, there's like 4 blockies in a row. No, 3 blockies in a row. But this is Danger Street by Tom King. $4.99, 40 pages. It's DC Black Label, where King is doing actually what he does best. When he's given like C and Z listers, Z as in Z, C as in cottage cheese. But he takes these C and Z listers, C and Z, and he has their way with them. He can deconstruct them. He can pull off their wings and watch them crawl around in agony, and then take his magnifying glass in the sun to them. That's what he does. I mean, I'm not, and I'm being respectful, and I'm being observational. I'm just choosing to use some provocative, allegorical terms here. But on the level, like the last issue of Penguin number 3, perfect. I like that, actually. That's actually Tom King playing with his strengths in a way, bringing back the 4th of July like that. He's going to mess those people up. And we're going to have a good time watching it, aren't we? But it's Danger Street number 11. And I've been kind of, reading it a little bit. I've read the past 2 issues. And it's definitely just, I'm lost. It's not for me. But, if it's, I will read them if they're in my pirate chest. I always do. Children of the Vault number 4 on Marvel Comics. This is Fall of X, and it's all right. It's a buddy comedy between it's not a buddy comedy, but it's like Tango and Cash, but it's starring Bishop and Cable. Two people that don't like each other for very good reasons. They got bad blood and bad future history together, huh? Or is it history for the future people? I don't know. It's a comic book. Come on, enjoy yourself. Have some fun. Sandman issue number 2, written by Robert Venditti, art by Riley Rossmo, and of whom gets a lot of shit, but I think his style suits this book very, very well. Robert Venditti is for me, has quickly become the ace of the bullpen when it comes to DC Comics. They have strong writers, sure. I mean, listen, I'm a Red Sox fan. Like in 2004, who was the ace of the bullpen? Was it Pedro Martinez or was it Curt Schilling? I would give that to I would call Robert Venditti my Pedro Martinez, and I would call Mark Waid my Curt Schilling. You know what I mean? Having depth on that, in the rotation, and it was really interesting. First issue, well read. I mean, Venditti writes really good DC superhero stories, but it's lots of purple and it's lots of digital stuff and lots of digital filter stuff like hatchings, and the usual Ben-Day dot Zipatone filters too, to make it look this nostalgic 40s thingy. You know what I mean? I want cleaner art. I think I want. And it's heaped over nice line art. I mean, Rossmo's style fits the tone of Sandman. I like this, but I can't get over the stuff they throw on top of it. Give me a black and white version of this. Reprint this in a manga format, like a manga. You know what I mean? A black, unfiltered, uncolored. Give me a chance on that one. Let me see. It's got 2 variant covers. And there's Red Goblin number 10. There's Alpha Flight number 4. Astonishing Iceman number 4. I'm reading. There's Black Panther number 6. I'm reading all of those, and all of those are usually in the Marvel box. Alpha Flight's pretty tight. It's only going 5 issues, but it's Fall of X, and it's as an X-Men fan, I want to read decent X-Men stories. This is one of them. Astonishing Iceman is not made for me. And I hope whomever it's made for comes out and buys these floppies. And it's spine-tingling Spider-Man, and passing on that. Black Panther number 6. The last issue may have lost me. Dark Droids number 4. This is the core title, but it's written by Charles Soule. So 4 variant covers with one of those really fun, looking like a Kenner action figure blister pack, and I would be down for that, but I'm not. I will not buy. Well, I should take that back, because I did buy Darth Vader Red, White, and Black, and 2 issues of that out of 4, just for the artists. So, there is a line where, oh, Disney Star Wars, oh, Disney, and Gina Carano. Yes, I get it. I'm Team Gina, but I'm also I'm Team Star Wars. What do I do? You will know when it's time to buy something for yourself that will please you. You don't have to, justify anything to anyone but yourself, and your partner, who are being like, what are you spending money on this today? This is my big pick of the week, and I'm looking forward to this. A lot of us are overpriced, overstuffed, overbig. $7.99. Big Game number 5 by Mark Miller and Pepe Larraz. 56 pages, and it's the miniseries finale. It is the summer crossover, big popcorn event movie. It's been satisfying. All 4 issues. Looking forward to see how he wraps this up. 2 variant covers, and he follows me on Twitter. And he occasionally talks to me on Twitter. He's so accessible and cool. He retweets me. So hopefully I'm already at the at my pub with a pint of Guinness in my, I'm allowed this. I can have 1 drink a week now going forward. Just, I'm trying to loosen the, I've had off for too long. You know what I mean? It was boring, healing from surgery. It really is, but it was necessary. And now I'm back to work, and I'm going to allow myself 1 pint of Guinness a week to start until I earn, just a night out with the boys. And I'm going to have that with my supper. I'm going to have my shepherd's pie, my pint of Guinness, and on the top of my stack of comic books, I'm putting Big Game number 5. And I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to tweet it at him. And he usually retweets me because he loves that shit. He loves Guinness as much as I do. He loves like pub food, pubs and stuff. I mean, like I'd love to meet this guy and just have like drinks with them. Let's have supper and Guinness, and just like if we talk about comics, we talk about comics. If we don't, we're probably it would just I could just tell it's gonna be fun. And also from Skybound, G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero, issue number 301, and this has 15 variant covers. I would love to have that Baroness. Hello, Baroness. Thank you. Please give me a Baroness cover. Okay, this picks up where 300 left off, I guess, over on IDW, and which picks up, the IDW picked up where I think where Devil's Due stopped, and Devil's Due picked up where where Marvel's G.I. Joe Real American Hero stopped. I think, about issue 155? I think. I've been reading G.I. Joe A Real American Hero since I was a kid. It was my only mail-in subscription. I had it for 2 years, from about issue 15 to about issue 36 or so, before issue 40. But like I kept buying it like from the comic book store after that. It was nice. I was like, a 10, 11-year-old kid. So between 10 and 12, I got G.I. Joe in the mail. And and issue 21 as well. Seriously, it did. And but Larry Hama is writing this. Larry Hama has written almost every issue of these 301. I think it's like maybe 3 or 4 or 5. Something like that. I can look it up, but I'm a little lazy right now. Dawn of DC Outsiders number 1 for $4.99, 4 variant covers, 40 pages, and it looks like they're taking Warren Ellis's idea of planetary and applying it with DC heroes. DC heroes cosplaying as planetary. Yeah, that's what it looks like. There's Dawn of DC Speed Force number 1. I wonder if this will be a limited series. Let's see. Yeah, it's only solicited for 1, 2, and 3. And it's the adventures of 2 young Flashes, of Wallace West, the Kid Flash, and Avery Ho, the purple Flash of China. And is he part of Justice League China? Because I know there's a Chinese Superman, there's a Chinese Batman. So is this the Chinese Flash of that group? Is it? I should look this up. I'm a little behind on the past couple of years. Deadpool, 7 Slaughters, $9.99, 76 pages. It's it's an anthology. Is it? Welcome to a Week in the Life of Wade Wilson. Well, you got Gail Simone, Cullen Bunn, and Mark Guggenheim. You know, it's got 7 variant covers, and it's a big comic book. Yeah. Is that the future of comic books? Something like that. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy #3 by $3.99. It's got 1 variant cover, but dude, this is a comic book. It's really good. I'm not even the biggest Cosmic fan. I've never been a big Silver Surfer fan. I'm only peripherally kind of a Captain Marvel fan. That's more nostalgic growing up, and then being, you know, of course, Carol Danvers at one time, you know, had sex appeal and was allowed to. You are not allowed to be sexy anymore, Carol. What does Carol want? I mean, Carol just wants to hang out with Rhodey and, you know, snuggle on the couch after a hard day. You know what I mean? Maybe Rhodey could be like, "Hey, baby, can you put on the Warbird costume real quick? Just the boots, maybe just the sash. How's that?" That's what I'd say if I was hanging out with Carol. What am I gonna say? I think Brie Larson's beautiful. Oh wow, are you kidding me? The people on my side of the aisle are fucking crazy. I'm not sure she's whatever. She's a young woman. She'll grow out of that, dude. It took me 50 years to grow out of my. Have I even? Am I still an asshole? You know, seriously. I mean, I made it. Why can't they? But Silver Surfer #3, Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy #3, beautiful comic book. Very well written by Ron Mars, who has command over these characters, the story and voice. Ron Lim and Don Ho. We have a penciler and an inker. You know how I feel about classic line art ink combos. I mean, this visually has it going on. This is a story I'm looking forward to. And you know what? And this is written for the trade as well. Here's a good example of, hey, how to write for the trade and it be still like have some suspense and stakes and tension. You asleep on the job there, mate? Oh, you're still on break. Okay. But yeah, so this is a good one. If you're looking for a solid rec, if you want to, you know, like, you know, what should I buy? You know what I mean? I'm such a fan. Like, I want to buy something. Well, Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy #3 is out. Look behind it. If they got 1 and 2, you know what I mean? There you go. I mean, no, that's going to be, that's $12 right there. But if you're looking to buy some comic books, those are good. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be reading them. You know, also Skybound is reprinting G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero issue #1, and they call it the Larry Hama cut. I have an issue of G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero reprint on my spinner rack. I'll go get it. Okay, we just Yo Joe. All right, yeah. So they're asking $3.99 for this, 56 pages. So it's got it says celebrate the return of G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero with the definitive edition of its historic first issue. This issue restores Larry Hama's original unedited dialogue, which has never before seen print. Indeed. It's got a variant cover, and so yeah, this, where's the indicia for this? Okay, here. 2014. So that's when IDW had the license a decade ago. This is my copy of G.I. Joe #1. $1. The 100 penny press. Yeah, it's just a reprint of the book. And then let's try to get you to read G.I. Joe on IDW. Look, issue number 200. Here we go. This is like, it's trying to, like, March 2014. Oh no, it's the last page. You spoiled everything, Sully. But, exactly. I got this in a dollar bin. And this was one of the first issues I got in the mail. I remember having this. This is not the same issue. I lost that to time. I bought this at the Wicked Boston Comic Con last April 2022 because Larry Hama was there, and I asked Larry Hama to sign it. I bought a signature from him, and it was nice to have met him. I brought my best friend from childhood. We grew up on G.I. Joe, G1. We had so many of those toys, and we had the opportunity and took it, and we gushed at Mr. Hama and thanked him profusely. We didn't even bring up Wolverine. We forgot to because we were total Yo Joe mode. I know, and I'm not. Of course, I'm not gonna get that, but I'm totally getting 301. Will I stick with it? I don't know, but let's think about that next month. Let's see. Okay, here's one I should get. $4.99. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin reissue number 2. It's an oversized reprint of the famous series that kept IDW afloat. So IDW is like, hey, we need water wings. So that's fine. And I'm in for this. I like this a lot, and I don't mind spending money with IDW. I wouldn't mind spending with IDW if I've had confidence in the Star Trek titles either. You know, it doesn't matter who. It does matter who is editing because of the job that they do. But if that same person was actually greenlighting and shepherding a good a suitable Star Trek universe for all fans. I mean, I don't know. I'll pass. I'll know when it's safe to come back to the Star Trek universe. We do. Until then, we'll hang in limbo. Here's a good example I like to bring up every time. 32 pages, $2.99, DC Comics. It's Looney Tunes, issue number 275. So we know that for me, this is a good model. This is DC could be selling line wide at $2.99, even with 28 pages, which would be 21 pages of art and story. So, I mean, once again, it's like these $2.99 comic books are the example. You know, what is the way? Is this the way? So someone like me would pay $5.99 for a cardstock variant at a comic book shop, but something like this should be on a spinner rack. Make the common cover common again. Living in the love of the common people, trying to make a love and the day that she can. Down and you're gonna die in the pain of spirit too. Daddy's gonna love you just as much as she can. And she can. That's right. 80s. Living on free food tickets. But the closer the knit, the tighter the fit, and the chills stay away. What can you do? Ooh. Tears from your little sister. Junior Baker, the Righteous Faker, number 3. Yes, please, sign me up. I'm there for that. $4.99. Wonderful book. It looks like I'm good. Dutch number 0. Okay, but Joe Casey, I'll be in for that. I read that advance copy, so it's kind of like, but I'm a sucker for a 0 issue. I really am. And I want to buy comic books and support, the creators that we should be supporting. You know what I mean? And Joe Casey's all right with me. Is he on Twitter? Am I following him? And of course, always, Oswald and the Star Chaser, number 3, solicited again. It's like, not only did I give up, I put that down, but that's probably a good reason why. Because I haven't seen it in like months. That suffered from delays. And that's it for new comics of note from this person to you on our show, this very own Comics Coffee Table. And we got to wrap it up, and you have a wonderful day. Happy new comic book day. Happy new release day. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comment section. Continue this comic book shop style conversation. What are you getting today or this week? These new releases. What are you putting down? What are you avoiding? You know what I mean? Do you fart in the cheese section and then hear other people say, "Oh my, what a wonderful Limburger"? Just cracking up there, man. Who cut the cheese? And you have a wonderful day. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Thank you so very much, and we will see you again in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.